The alien invasion fleet assembled in the dark space beyond Pluto. Hundreds of sleek, silver ships gathered, their weapons primed and ready. Commander Zixra, a tall, tentacled being from the planet Krylos, stood on the bridge of the flagship. His multiple eyes blinked with anticipation. "All ships report ready, Commander," his second-in-command announced. "The puny humans have no idea we're here." Zixra's mouth tentacles curled into what passed for a smile in his species. "Excellent. This will be the easiest conquest in galactic history. Begin the approach." As the fleet moved towards Earth, they remained oblivious to the sophisticated sensor network that had already detected their presence. Deep within Cheyenne Mountain, the heart of Earth's defense system hummed with activity. General Maria Hernandez stood before a massive holographic display, watching the alien fleet's approach. She turned to her team of human and AI analysts. "Time to show these overconfident squid faces what we're made of. Initiate Defense Protocol Alpha." Across the globe, hidden missile silos opened. Advanced fighter craft, far beyond anything the public knew existed, launched from secret bases. In orbit, stealth satellites armed with energy weapons powered up, their existence unknown even to most world governments. Meanwhile, the alien fleet entered the solar system, arrogantly broadcasting their intentions on all frequencies. "Attention, primitive humans." Zixra's voice boomed. "Your planet is now under the control of the galactic hegemony. Surrender immediately or face annihilation." In the White House Situation Room, the president listened to the transmission with a grim smile. He nodded to his communications officer. "Let's give them our answer." Seconds later, Zixra was surprised to receive a response. A human voice, calm and confident, filled the alien command center. "This is the President of the United States, speaking on behalf of Earth. We have a message for you. Come and get us." Confusion rippled through the alien fleet. This wasn't the terrified response they had expected. Before they could recover, the space around them erupted in chaos. Earth's defense grid activated. Swarms of small, agile fighters appeared seemingly out of nowhere, engaging the alien ships with weapons far more advanced than the invaders had believed possible. Energy beams from hidden orbital platforms sliced through alien shields like butter. On the flagship's bridge, alarms blared. Zixra's tentacles flailed in panic. "What's happening? How can they have this technology? We were told they were primitive." His sensors officer, voice quivering, reported, "Commander, we're detecting thousands of missiles launching from the planet's surface. Their yield, it's impossible. They're using antimatter warheads." The alien fleet, caught completely off guard, scrambled to defend itself. Ships exploded left and right as Earth's missiles found their marks. Human fighters, piloted by both flesh and blood aces and advanced AIs, danced between alien vessels, their impossible maneuvers defying the laws of physics as the invaders understood them. In near-Earth orbit, humanity revealed another surprise. Massive space stations, hidden by cutting-edge cloaking technology, decloaked. These fortresses in space opened fire with gravitational weapons, tearing apart the fabric of space-time around the alien ships. Zixra watched in horror as his mighty fleet was decimated in a matter of hours. "Retreat," he screamed. "Back to Krylos. We must warn the hegemony." As the battered remnants of the alien fleet fled, humanity celebrated its victory. In cities around the world, people poured into the streets, cheering as news of the successful defense spread. But in the halls of power, leaders knew this was just the beginning. The president addressed an emergency session of the United Nations, his words broadcast to every corner of the globe. "Today, we have revealed ourselves to the galaxy," he declared. "We have lived in secret for decades, preparing for this moment. Our patience and dedication have paid off. But make no mistake, this is only the first battle in what will likely be a long war." He paused, his gaze sweeping across the assembly. "The galaxy believed we were weak. They will soon learn just how wrong they were. Humanity will not only defend itself, We will take our rightful place among the stars. Today marks the beginning of a new era for our species." As the speech concluded, teams of scientists and engineers around the world began reverse engineering the captured alien technology. Military strategists pored over battle footage, refining tactics, and in secret shipyards orbiting Jupiter, construction began on humanity's first interstellar warships. The galaxy had grossly underestimated humanity. Now they would face the consequences of their arrogance. The age of human expansion had begun, and the stars themselves would tremble at their coming. News of Earth's victory spread through the galaxy like wildfire. On countless alien worlds, beings of all shapes and sizes gathered around information terminals, struggling to comprehend how a supposedly primitive species had defeated a galactic hegemony invasion force. On Zor Prime, the Galactic Council convened an emergency session. The Grand Hall, usually a place of orderly debate, now echoed with shouts and accusations. Grak Tull, the blue-skinned alien who had once mocked humanity, now trembled before his peers. We were wrong about the humans," he stammered. "They possess technology far beyond what we thought possible." Sith, the reptilian alien who had suggested invading Earth, hissed angrily. "How could our intelligence be so flawed? We must learn more about these humans." As the Galactic Council argued, humanity was already taking its next steps. In a vast underground complex beneath the Rocky Mountains, Dr. Sarah Chen stood before a team of the world's brightest minds. "The aliens will be back," she said, her voice firm. "And next time, they'll be better prepared. We need to push our technology even further." She gestured to a holographic display, showing a strange, swirling energy pattern. "This is the key to our next leap forward. We've cracked the code of zero-point energy." Gasps and murmurs filled the room. Zero-point energy, drawn from the quantum vacuum itself, had long been theoretical. Now it promised nearly limitless power for humanity's expansion. Meanwhile, in a secret orbital shipyard, Commander Elena Rodriguez floated in zero gravity, overseeing the construction of Earth's first fleet of interstellar warships. The vessels were marvels of engineering, incorporating both reverse-engineered alien tech and humanity's own innovations. "How soon until the first ship is ready?" Elena asked the chief engineer. The engineer grinned. "The EFS Prometheus will be ready for its shakedown cruise in less than a week, Commander. Those aliens won't know what hit them." Back on Earth, changes were visible everywhere. Cities began to transform as new technologies were gradually introduced to the public. Sleek, gravity-defying vehicles replaced cars on the streets. Holographic displays became commonplace, and free energy eliminated poverty in many areas. But humanity's leaders knew they couldn't reveal everything at once. The full extent of Earth's capabilities remained a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few. In Washington, D.C., the president met with his top advisors. General Hernandez provided an update on Earth's defenses. "We've established a network of cloaked outposts throughout the solar system," she reported. "Any approaching alien fleet will be detected light years away." The president nodded. "And our offensive capabilities?" Dr. James Wong, now head of the Off-World Strike Force, spoke up. "We're ready to take the fight to them, sir. Our new Phantom-class stealth ships can slip past any known alien defenses." As Earth prepared, the first human ambassadors made their way to Zor Prime. Their mission: to negotiate from a position of strength and establish humanity's place in galactic politics. Ambassador Yuki Tanaka, a seasoned diplomat, led the team. As their ship approached the alien capital world, she briefed her staff. "Remember," she said, "we're not here to threaten or boast. Our goal is to secure our place in the galaxy peacefully. But make no mistake, we negotiate from a position of strength." The human ship, a marvel of advanced technology, hidden beneath a deceptively simple exterior, docked at the Zor Prime spaceport. As Yuki and her team disembarked, they were met with a mix of fear, curiosity, and respect from the assembled alien dignitaries. Grak Tull, now tasked with greeting the humans, bowed nervously. Welcome to Zor Prime, Ambassadors of Earth. The Galactic Council awaits your address. Yuki smiled diplomatically. Thank you, Counselor. We look forward to discussing Earth's role in galactic affairs. As the human delegation made their way to the council chambers, hidden cameras and sensors in their clothing analyzed every detail of alien technology and biology they encountered. Earth's scientists would soon have a wealth of new data to study. In the council chamber, thousands of alien representatives fell silent as Yuki took the podium. The fate of galactic politics hung on her words. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, she began, her voice clear and confident. Earth comes before you not as a primitive world to be conquered, but as a powerful nation ready to take its place among the stars. We seek peace, but make no mistake. We will defend ourselves and our interests with all our strength. As Yuki spoke, screens around the chamber displayed images of Earth's achievements, the repelled invasion, advanced cities, and glimpses of technology that made many alien delegates shift uncomfortably in their seats. 6 months after the battle with the Cracks, humanity's influence in the galaxy had grown exponentially. Earth ships were now a common sight in spaceports across dozens of star systems. Human culture, from music to cuisine, had become the latest galactic trend. But in the depths of space, trouble was brewing. On the bridge of the ESS Prometheus, Commander Elena Rodriguez frowned at the holographic display before her. Another colony gone dark, she muttered. That's the third one this month. Her second in command, a tall luminary named Zix, pulsed with concern. Commander, I fear this is no coincidence. Something is targeting our outposts. Elena nodded grimly. Agreed. It's time we found out what we're dealing with. As the Prometheus set course for the latest affected colony, Earth's leaders convened an emergency meeting. In the underground war room beneath Geneva, holographic projections of military and political figures flickered to life. The president's face was etched with worry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're facing an unknown threat. Our rapid expansion has made us vulnerable. We need answers, and we need them fast. Dr. Sarah Chen, now head of Earth's Xenoscience Division, spoke up. Mr. President, we've detected unusual energy signatures near the affected colonies. They don't match any known species in our database. General Hernandez leaned forward, her eyes narrowing. Could it be the Cracks, back for revenge? Unlikely, Ambassador Yuki Tanaka interjected. Our spies report the Cracks are still rebuilding. This is something new, and potentially far more dangerous. As Earth's leaders debated their next move, the Prometheus arrived at the colony world of Novaterra. The once bustling settlement was eerily silent. Elena led a team to the surface, their advanced battlesuits scanning for any signs of life. The streets were empty, buildings stood abandoned, but there were no signs of a battle. It's like everyone just vanished, Elena said, her voice tight with tension. Suddenly, Zix let out a mental cry of alarm. Commander, massive energy spike detected. The sky above Novaterra split open, revealing a swirling vortex of dark energy. From its depths emerged a fleet of ships unlike anything humanity had ever seen. They seemed to be made of living shadow, absorbing all light around them. All teams, back to the ship. Elena shouted. We are under attack. Repeat, we are under attack. The Prometheus barely managed to escape as the shadow ships opened fire, their weapons tearing through the colony's defenses like they were paper. As the human ship folded into hyperspace, Elena knew that everything had changed. Send word to Earth, she ordered. The real war has begun. The news of the attack spread quickly. Across human space, colonies fortified their defenses. On Earth, factories switched to round-the-clock production of weapons and ships. In the Galactic Council, Ambassador Tanaka demanded answers. Who are these attackers? Why was Earth not warned of this threat? The council chamber erupted into chaos as accusations flew. It soon became clear that many of the older races had known about the Shadowkin, but had kept their existence a secret. We sought to maintain the galactic balance, Graktul explained, his voice heavy with regret. The Shadowkin have culled rising civilizations for eons. We never expected Earth to advance so quickly. Yuki's eyes flashed with anger. Your silence has cost innocent lives. But now is not the time for blame. Earth needs allies. Who will stand with us against this threat? A tense silence fell over the chamber. Then, slowly, representatives began to step forward. The Luminarians, the Nebulans, even the chastened Cracks pledged their support. As word of the alliance spread, the Shadowkin increased their attacks. Colonies fell, starships vanished without a trace, but humanity refused to give up. In laboratories across Earth, scientists worked feverishly to develop new weapons against the shadow technology. Dr. Chen made a breakthrough, finding a way to destabilize the Shadowkin's energy fields. It's not a complete solution, she explained to the War Council, but it gives us a fighting chance. Armed with this new technology, Earth launched a counteroffensive. The ESS Excalibur, now upgraded with prototype shadow disruption cannons, led a fleet of human and allied ships into Shadowkin territory. As the battle raged across multiple star systems, it became clear that this was more than just a fight for survival. It was a turning point for the entire galaxy. Humanity, once dismissed as weak, now stood as the vanguard against an ancient evil. The galaxy watched in awe as Earth's forces, bolstered by determination and ingenuity, pushed back against the shadows. The war was far from over. But for the first time, there was hope. Humanity had proven itself not just to be strong, but to be a force for unity in a divided galaxy. The galaxy was changing. Humanity had revealed its hidden strength, and nothing would ever be the same again. The stage was set for a new era of galactic politics, with Earth as a major player. While Earth's diplomats worked to secure humanity's place in galactic politics, trouble was brewing in a distant corner of the galaxy. The Cracks, a warrior race known for their aggression, saw humanity's rise as a challenge to their dominance. On the harsh desert world of Kraxor Prime, War Chief Gorgath addressed his troops. His massive, armored form towered over the assembled warriors, each a fierce fighter in their own right. The humans have grown too powerful, too quickly, Gorgath growled. We will crush them and prove our superiority to the galaxy. A roar of approval shook the war hall. The Cracks, long feared by other species, were eager to test their might against this upstart human race. Unbeknownst to the Cracks, their war plans were being monitored. In Earth's Galactic Intelligence Agency headquarters, analysts worked tirelessly to decrypt alien transmissions. Agent Lai Ming burst into the director's office, her face pale. Sir, we've intercepted Cracks' battle plans. They're planning a massive assault on our colonies in the Alpha Centauri system. The director's eyes widened. Alert the President and the Joint Chiefs. It's time to show the galaxy what humanity can really do in a full-scale battle. As the Cracks Armada approached Alpha Centauri, they'd expected an easy victory. Their ships, bristling with weapons, outnumbered the known human defenses 10-1. War Chief Gorgath stood on his flagship's bridge, a cruel smile on his face. Begin the attack. Showed no mercy to these human weaklings. But as the Cracks fleet entered the system, they were met with a surprise. Hidden defense platforms suddenly decloaked, their energy weapons blazing. Swarms of human fighters emerged from concealed hangars on asteroids and moons. Commander Elena Rodriguez, now in charge of Earth's spaceborne forces, coordinated the defense from her flagship, the ESS Prometheus. All units, engage as planned. Let's show these Cracks what humans are made of. The space around Alpha Centauri erupted into a fierce battle. Cracks warships, though powerful, found themselves outmaneuvered by the more agile human vessels. Earth's fighters darted between the massive alien ships, exploiting weaknesses in their defenses. On the surface of humanity's main colony world, New Eden, civilians watched the battle unfold in the sky above. Instead of panic, a sense of pride and determination filled the colonists. They knew their homes were well protected. As the battle raged, Earth unveiled another surprise. From the dark side of New Eden's moon, a massive ship emerged. The EFS Excalibur, humanity's first dreadnought, entered the fray. Its advanced weapon systems, powered by zero-point energy, cut through cracked shields like they were paper. War Chief Korgath couldn't believe his eyes. "Impossible," he roared. "How can these humans possess such power?" The tide of battle quickly turned. Cracked ships, once proud and seemingly invincible, now fled in disarray. But humanity's victory came at a cost. Several human ships were destroyed, their crews making the ultimate sacrifice to defend their new frontier. As the last Crack's vessels retreated, Commander Rodriguez addressed her fleet. "We've won this day, but at a heavy price. Let us honor our fallen comrades and prepare for what comes next. This is only the beginning." News of the battle spread quickly across the galaxy. On countless worlds, beings watched in awe as footage of the conflict was broadcast. The humans, once dismissed as weak, had defeated one of the most feared warrior races in the galaxy. On Earth, the President addressed a tense United Nations Assembly. "Today, we have proven that humanity will not be bullied or intimidated. We sought peace, but when forced to fight, we emerged victorious." He paused, his expression grave. "But this victory does not come without responsibility. We must use our strength wisely, to protect not just ourselves, but to stand up for justice throughout the galaxy." In the aftermath of the battle, Earth's diplomats found themselves in a much stronger position. Species that had once dismissed humanity now sought alliances. Trade agreements were quickly negotiated, bringing advanced alien technologies to Earth in exchange for human innovations. But not all reactions were positive. In the dark corners of the galaxy, other powerful races watched humanity's rise with growing concern. Some began to form secret alliances, determined to stop Earth's expansion before it was too late. As cleanup and reconstruction began in the Alpha Centauri system, humanity looked to the stars with new confidence. They had faced their first true test in galactic warfare and emerged victorious. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. Yet, as Earth celebrated its victory, new challenges loomed on the horizon. The battle against the Cracks was just the first of many trials humanity would face as it took its place among the stars. The news of humanity's victory over the Cracks sent shockwaves throughout the galaxy. On countless worlds, alien species watched and rewatched the battle footage, marveling at Earth's unexpected strength and advanced technology. On the crystalline world of Lumina, home to the telepathic luminarians, the High Council gathered in their shimmering thought dome. Their glowing, translucent bodies pulsed with a mix of excitement and concern. "The humans have proven themselves to be far more than we ever imagined," thought spoke Zara, the lead counselor. "We must reconsider our stance on Earth." Meanwhile, on the gas giant Nebulos, the cloud-dwelling Nebulans held an emergency meeting. Their wispy forms swirled in agitation as they discussed the recent events. "The humans defeated the Cracks," exclaimed Chief Cloudshipper Zephyr. "We feared the Cracks for eons, yet these newcomers bested them in a single battle." Across the galaxy, similar conversations were taking place. Species that had once dismissed humanity now scrambled to establish diplomatic relations with Earth. Back on Zor Prime, the Galactic Council was in an uproar. Grak Tull, once again addressing the assembly, struggled to be heard over the commotion. "Order! Order!" he shouted, his four arms waving frantically. "We must decide how to respond to this new balance of power." In the midst of this galactic turmoil, Earth found itself thrust into the spotlight. The United Nations Space Command headquarters in Geneva was flooded with messages from alien races seeking alliances, trade agreements, and cultural exchanges. Ambassador Yuki Tanaka, now a key figure in Earth's interstellar diplomacy, worked tirelessly to navigate this new political landscape. In a secure conference room, she briefed the President and his advisors. "Mr. President," Yuki began, her voice steady despite her exhaustion, "we've received partnership proposals from over 200 alien species in the last week alone. The galaxy is practically falling over itself to ally with us. The president nodded, his expression thoughtful. And what of the cracks? Any response from them since the battle? General Hernandez stepped forward, her uniform crisp despite the long hours. The cracks have gone silent, sir. Our intelligence suggests they're licking their wounds and reassessing their strategy. But we don't expect them to stay quiet for long. As Earth's leaders discussed their next moves, the planet itself was transforming. Cities around the world began to incorporate alien architecture and technology, creating a unique blend of human and extraterrestrial design. In New York, the first Galactic Embassy opened its doors, a towering structure of gleaming metal and shimmering force fields. Aliens of all shapes and sizes could be seen entering and exiting, a testament to Earth's new status in the galaxy. But not all reactions to humanity's rise were positive. In the shadows of the galaxy, a group of powerful and ancient races watched Earth's ascension with growing alarm. On a hidden planet shrouded in perpetual darkness, the Shadowkin convened a secret meeting. Their inky black forms seemed to absorb all light as they gathered in a cavernous hall. "The humans are upsetting the balance we've maintained for millennia," hissed Lord Umbra, his voice like the whisper of a dying star. "They must be stopped before they grow too powerful." Agreement rippled through the assembled Shadowkin. Plans were set in motion, alliances formed in secret. The stage was being set for a conflict that would dwarf the battle with the cracks. Unaware of these looming threats, humanity continued to expand its influence. Earth's first extrasolar colony on New Eden flourished, and plans were drawn up for settlements in a dozen more star systems. The scientific community was abuzz with new discoveries. Dr. Sarah Chen, working with a team of human and alien scientists, made a breakthrough in faster-than-light travel that promised to revolutionize space exploration. With this new hyperdrive, Sarah explained to a captivated audience at a global science conference, "We'll be able to cross the galaxy in weeks instead of years. The universe is opening up to us in ways we never imagined possible." As humanity reached for the stars with newfound confidence, they remained unaware of the gathering storm. The galaxy, once dismissive of Earth, now watched with a mix of admiration, fear, and in some dark corners, murderous intent. The next chapter in humanity's journey among the stars promised to be even more challenging than the last. But Earth, no longer underestimated, stood ready to face whatever the galaxy might throw at them. Lena smiled, her gaze turning to the stars. "I don't know, Cadet, but whatever comes, I know this. The galaxy will face it together. And that's a force that nothing can stand against." As the sun rose over Earth, bathing the planet in golden light, Alina felt a sense of pride and hope. The galaxy had once believed humans were weak. Now, they stood as the beacon of strength, unity, and progress for all sentient beings. The future, vast and bright, beckoned, and humanity, along with its galactic allies, was ready to meet it head-on. In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, countless alien civilizations thrived. They built great empires, mastered faster-than-light travel, and explored the far reaches of space. Among these advanced races, one planet remained largely ignored: Earth. The galaxy's powerful species viewed humans as primitive creatures, barely worth a second glance. They saw Earth as a backwater world, its inhabitants still struggling with basic space travel and plagued by internal conflicts. Little did they know that this underestimation would soon prove to be their greatest mistake. On the bustling planet of Zor Prime, center of the Galactic Council, alien diplomats gathered for their annual meeting. Representatives from 100 different worlds filled the Grand Hall, their diverse forms a testament to the variety of life in the universe. Graktul, a tall, blue-skinned alien with 4 arms, stood at the podium. His voice boomed through the chamber as he addressed his peers. "Esteemed colleagues, we have mapped another sector of the galaxy. As usual, we found nothing of interest near that insignificant blue planet, Earth." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the crowd. A small green alien with large, bulbous eyes raised a tentacle. "Why do we even bother monitoring them? Humans are so far behind us technologically, they're practically still living in caves. Laughter echoed in the hall. The aliens took pleasure in mocking the supposedly inferior human race. They swapped stories about Earth's primitive technology, laughing at humans' clumsy attempts at space exploration. Unknown to the arrogant aliens, their transmissions were not as secure as they believed. Deep in an underground bunker on Earth, a team of human scientists huddled around a series of monitors. They had been intercepting and decoding alien communications for years, slowly piecing together the truth about humanity's place in the galaxy. Dr. Sarah Chen, lead scientist of the project, frowned as she listened to the aliens mock her species. She turned to her colleague, Dr. James Wong. They still have no idea what we're capable of, do they? James shook his head, a glimmer of determination in his eyes. No, they don't. And maybe that's our biggest advantage. Meanwhile, in low Earth orbit, Commander Elena Rodriguez piloted the latest human spacecraft on a routine mission. To any watching aliens, it would appear slow and cumbersome. But hidden beneath its ordinary exterior lay technology that would shock the galaxy, if they only knew. Elena smiled to herself, thinking of the faster-than-light drive concealed within her ship. Humanity had made incredible leaps in secret reverse engineering alien tech from crashed UFOs and developing their own innovations. They were far more advanced than the galaxy believed. Back on Zor Prime, the meeting continued. A reptilian alien named Sith slithered forward, its forked tongue flicking in excitement. Perhaps we should consider harvesting Earth's resources. The humans are too weak to stop us, and their planet is rich in minerals we need. The suggestion was met with enthusiastic hisses and clicks of approval. Grak Tull raised his 4 arms for silence. An excellent idea, Sith. I propose we form a committee to plan the invasion of Earth. It should be a simple matter to overwhelm those primitive humans. As the aliens eagerly discussed their plans, they remained blissfully unaware of the storm they were about to unleash. They had no idea that humans had been preparing for this moment for decades, building up their defenses and technology in secret. On Earth, in the White House Situation Room, the President of the United States listened gravely to Dr. Chen's report. The room was tense, filled with top military brass and government officials. Mr. President, Dr. Chen concluded, our worst fears have been confirmed. The aliens are planning to invade Earth. They think we'll be an easy target. The president's face hardened with resolve. He looked around the room, meeting the determined gazes of humanity's defenders. Then it's time to show them how wrong they are. Initiate Operation Phoenix. Let's give these overconfident aliens a welcome they'll never forget. As the orders went out, a ripple of activity spread across the globe. Hidden bases sprang to life, secret weapons were armed, and humanity prepared to reveal its true strength to an unsuspecting galaxy. The aliens believed humans were weak. Soon, they would face a harsh reality that would shake the very foundations of their galactic society. The stage was set for a conflict that would redefine humanity's place among the stars. As the Excalibur charged into the heart of Shadowkin space, the entire galaxy held its breath. The next few moments would determine the fate of not just Earth, but of all sentient life in the Milky Way. The battle against the Shadowkin raged across the galaxy for 3 long years. Stars went dark, planets were lost, but humanity and its allies fought on with unwavering determination. On the bridge of the EFS Excalibur, Admiral Elena Rodriguez, recently promoted, stood tall, her eyes fixed on the swirling vortex ahead. This was it, the gateway to the Shadowkin homeworld. All ships, report in, Elena commanded, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment. One by one, the captains of Earth's mighty fleet responded, along with their alien allies. Luminary ships glowed with psychic energy, nebulan vessels shimmered like living clouds, and even Krak's warships stood ready, their weapons primed. Dr. Sarah Chen's voice came through the comm. Admiral, the shadow disruption cannons are at full power. It's now or never. Elena took a deep breath. For Earth, for the galaxy. All ships, engage. The combined fleet surged forward into the vortex. As they emerged on the other side, they found themselves facing the heart of Shadowkin power, a massive planet-sized construct that seemed to devour light itself. The battle that followed was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Shadowkin ships swarmed the Allied fleet, their weapons tearing through shields and hulls. But the Allies gave as good as they got, their enhanced weapons punching holes in the seemingly invincible shadow ships. On Earth, billions watched the battle unfold through holographic feeds. Cities fell silent, all eyes turned to the sky, hoping and praying for victory. In the thick of the fight, the Excalibur pushed towards the Shadowkin construct. Suddenly, a massive energy beam lanced out from the dark planet, heading straight for Elena's ship. "Evasive maneuvers," she shouted, but it was too late. The beam struck the Excalibur, overloading its systems. As alarms blared and smoke filled the bridge, Elena made a split-second decision. "All hands, abandon ship. We're going to ram that thing." The crew evacuated as Elena set the Excalibur on a collision course with the Shadowkin construct. At the last moment, she beamed onto a nearby Allied ship. The Excalibur, Earth's mightiest vessel, plunged into the heart of the shadow planet. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a blinding flash lit up the battlefield as the ship's zero-point energy core detonated. The Shadowkin construct began to crumble, its dark energy dissipating. Across the galaxy, shadow ships suddenly lost power and drifted helplessly in space. As the dust settled, a stunned silence fell over the Allied fleet. Then, slowly, cheers began to erupt. The Shadowkin were defeated. The war was over. In the days that followed, the galaxy celebrated like never before. On countless worlds, beings of all species danced in the streets, united in their joy and relief. On Earth, ticker-tape parades welcomed home the returning heroes. Admiral Rodriguez, Dr. Chen, and countless others were hailed as saviors of the galaxy. But amidst the celebrations, Earth's leaders knew that their work was far from over. In Geneva, a new galactic senate was formed, with Earth at its center. The president addressed the first session of this new governing body, his words broadcast to every corner of the Milky Way. "Today, we stand at the dawn of a new era," he began. "An era of cooperation, of shared knowledge and resources. We have proven that together, we can overcome any challenge." He paused, looking out at the assembled representatives of 100 different species. "But with this victory comes great responsibility. Earth pledges to use its strength not for dominance, but for the betterment of all sentient life." In the years that followed, the galaxy entered a golden age of peace and prosperity. Earth's cities became centers of interstellar culture and commerce. Humans could be found on every world, working alongside aliens in labs, factories, and starships. The scars of the Shadowkin War slowly healed. Devastated worlds were rebuilt, often better than before. The combined scientific knowledge of dozens of species led to incredible breakthroughs in technology, medicine, and space exploration. Elena Rodriguez, now a respected diplomat, often reflected on how far humanity had come. From a species dismissed as weak and primitive, they had risen to become the guardians of galactic peace. As she stood on the observation deck of Harmony Station, Earth's new orbital city, Elena watched ships from 100 worlds come and go. Humans mingled freely with aliens of all kinds, their differences celebrated rather than feared. A young cadet approached her, eyes wide with admiration. "Admiral, do you think we'll ever face a threat like the Shadowkin again?"